הלכות רבותיי.
Again, we're discussing the halacha of carrying on Shabbat. So yesterday we discussed wearing glasses. So we said there's a difference between wearing prescription glasses and none. So if a person is wearing a prescription glasses to see for far, and that's the way, otherwise he won't be able to see what's going on. Otherwise he'll have a very difficult time reading signs. Then in such a case one would be allowed to walk around with such glasses. And the question that came up, what happens if a person wants to wear sunglasses for the sun? It's getting to hot weather. The guy wants to go out, he wants to put on his nice sunglasses, he just bought very nice ones, and he wants to wear them. So halacha says very clear. If they are prescription glasses as well, which means they're not just sunglasses. They're those kind of glasses that when you go outside, they change color. When you come back inside, they become regular glasses, and then they're prescription glasses. In such a case, one will be allowed to wear it, because again, it's the same thing as regular glasses. However, if it's just sunglasses, then depending on your situation, the person has very sensitive eyes, where his doctor prescribed that if he's going to walk around without these dark glasses, Movadia is one of those that had a very difficult, his eyesight had a problem. So in such a case, this becomes the refuah. It becomes that it's for the sake of his eyes, and he's going to take them off because it's going to hurt his eyesight. So in such a case, one would be allowed to walk around with such glasses. However, most regular people do not have an issue with their eyes. They just want to wear it because it may be a little bit more comfortable, or because they want to look a little bit nicer, and whatever it is. In such a case, one would not be allowed to walk around with those glasses on Shabbat, as that would be considered carrying. The next halakha is in regards to a watch. Now, we said anything that you are wearing is mutar. The problem is over here, a watch is not a piece of clothing. It's a little bit different than clothing. If a person just wraps around tape around his body, it doesn't become his wearing it. Tape is not clothing. If a person takes a string, especially those red strings, and they tie it around their hands, that's not called wearing. So, putting a watch on a hand is really not wearing clothing. However, it could go under the category of takhshit. Takhshit means that a person has the right to wear something that looks beautiful and beautifies himself. Especially for women, that would go on, that's all kinds of jewelry. Women that put on jewelry all over there, that's mutar. So the question is, what about a watch? Well, most people, if their watch was not working, even if it was one of the most expensive watches, I am sure most people would not be walking around with their watch, even if it's made of gold and silver and it has diamonds in it. But if it doesn't work, the whole purpose of the watch is for the watch. If the watch is not working, it has stopped working, then most people wouldn't wear it. However, there are poskim that say it's still considered a takhshit, since it is something that's beautiful. Therefore, if a person has a gold watch, one would be permissible to wear it. It should be, of course, working, but even if it's not, technically one would be allowed to wear such a watch, as again, it is considered a takhshit. However, the cheap watches, which most people wouldn't consider takhshit, one should refrain from wearing it. However, he brings down from Moshe Feinstein and Movadia do bring this halakha that if a person wants to be mahmir not to wear a watch, being that again we just explained that it might be a problematic thing, that it's really not clothing, and it must, some people don't consider it takhshit, because again they wouldn't wear it if not that there was a watch working. Most people would not wear it. So some people are mahmir not to wear watches on Shabbat. He says tavo alehem beracha, those people that could again hold themselves back from wearing a watch and they don't need it or whatever, then tavo alehem beracha. However, for regular people, if you have a watch that again is made of something beautiful, it's gold, it's something special, then in such a case one can consider it like any other kind of piece of jewelry, like a bracelet or something else, where one would be allowed to wear it on Shabbat.